Hey there. Some people call this a whip and chat, but I'm going to be calling it attempting progress. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Unfinished Projects Club. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. This channel is all about unfinished projects, rotating hobbies, and doing what we can when we can. No pressure to be productive, so grab your project, your drink, or just listen along. So, everyone, today we are going to be working on my February snack size canvas, and as you can see, I got a start on it, working on this section currently. This is from the Diamond Design Co. on Etsy. This is a year-long project I'm going to be working on, trying to do one of these canvases a month. As you can see, this is the February canvas. So very exciting. So how is everyone doing today? We are doing well here. I have had a very good and productive morning, y'all. If you have been present for the printer diaries, the weeks-long fight between myself and printers, I think, crossing fingers, I finally won. It's been a long and arduous journey, but I think I have succeeded. So, a little recap, because I'm still a newer channel. Some of you might just kind of jump in once in a while and not be regulars and know what the heck I am talking about. So I have a little project series going on this channel called Stitches to Sparkle. This is a method I am adapting to do cross-stitch conversions. So take a cross-stitch pattern and convert it to a diamond painting. Well, one of the very necessary components to Stitches to Sparkle is a working printer, because what I'm doing is printing my pattern out onto transparency film and diamond painting directly on said film. You've seen me work on a pattern. I have two Stitches to Sparkle projects going currently. Well, one going currently and one about to get going. Glistening Wings is the one I've been using as an example of how to set up the whole process. We went through ordering the drills, kitting up the drills, and we're supposed to be starting on setting up the pattern pages. And this was something I had planned on doing a couple of weeks ago now, but the printer decided not to print on transparency films. I have not had an issue with my printer printing on transparency film before. It just decided not to. The printer and I fought. It was a long and dramatic battle. I was full of ink, but in the end it stopped working. Printer heads could not be cleaned. It was printing lines on everything. I'm assuming the multiple jams that I was dealing with is what did it. But needless to say, I bought a new printer. I use inkjet printers. I have inkjet transparency film. Yeah, I'd probably have better luck printing on laser printer, but those are expensive. And I'm just not sure I want to commit to that right now. So I bought another inkjet printer. Apparently, the one I bought is not the highest quality, we shall say. And lo and behold, it was having problems printing on transparency film. It couldn't find the transparency film. It couldn't pick up the transparency film. It kept feeding it crookedly. So last week I had, again, another fight with the transparency film, or with the printer. Beginning to wonder if I'm going to be able to use this brand new printer to go through and print my patterns. Did some troubleshooting. One thing I did realize is that it's not easy to adjust the paper type on my computer, which I kind of needed to do. I needed to be able to tell the printer, you are picking up a really thick piece of paper. I also needed to trick my printer to actually grab the transparency film because it is so shiny and slick, much like, you know, the plastic cover paper here. So I had to tape the transparency film to another sheet of paper and tape it securely enough so that it didn't get caught in the middle of the printer, that the tape wasn't coming off, that I didn't cause myself more problems. So in the end, I discovered this morning, it was literally this morning, I'm thinking to myself, I know on my phone, the printer app allows me to adjust for premium glossy, whatever, ultra glossy, ultra paper. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can save the file as a PDF, what I'm trying to print, and print it to my phone. What you'll discover when we finally get this video posted, now that I'll be able to do it, is that you need to adjust the print percentage. You aren't going to be printing your pattern at the 100% mark that you normally would print a document at. So that was my concern, that I wouldn't be able to save the adjusted file. Well, I can. You can adjust, you can save as a print as a PDF, essentially, which saves it to your computer as a PDF. So I did that, sent it to my phone, printed from my phone, and lo and behold, hopefully I'm not celebrating too soon, it fed straight. It fed, so it did pick it up, and it printed. And so far so good. It looked like it printed okay. It looks like it's a transparency film I will be able to use. Hopefully, I have figured out the trick, because I didn't want to have to buy yet another printer. Like when I bought this printer, I was like, it's not a workhorse, but it doesn't need to be a workhorse. I don't have a business anymore. I'm not going to be printing, you know, a few hundred pages a week. It's fine. So I didn't care that it was like on the cheaper end until I realized that, well, there's a reason why, because apparently this thing just doesn't like to print on anything other than plain paper. I couldn't even print on like just heavier weight paper without it jamming. I was like, really, what did I just buy? I was so upset last week. But I gave myself the weekend. I calmed down. I thought about it rationally. And I figured it out. I am so proud of myself, because I was down to the point where I'm like, well, I'm having all these printer issues. This cannot be the printer's fault. This has got to be me. This has got to be user error. What am I doing wrong? And it kind of was, but kind of wasn't. I mean, just the fact that the program on the computer itself apparently just isn't very full functioning. The one on my phone's better. Go figure. So either way, I think I figured it out. So small win for the Unfinished Projects Club. So, how are you all doing? I probably asked that already, but I've been already talking your ear off for the past 10 minutes. Like I said, we're doing okay here. I have flew home today with a cold, pretty nasty cold, and he is still not fully recovered from the whole cough, bronchitis, asthma, whatever it was that he had over the holidays. I mean, he still has a cough months later, so I kept him home. Probably shouldn't have, but I caved. Most of his classes are easy this semester. He can keep up by just hitting up his teachers online, so I wasn't terribly concerned. And I kind of figured if he asked to stay home, he really wasn't feeling good, because he's in the drama club, and they have a meeting today. They're preparing for a one act. So he's been kind of excited about that. He wouldn't want to miss that. And since he asked to stay home knowing he had that today, I kind of figured he must not be feeling good. So, and he was pale. He was very pale. He is one of those people that if he's not feeling well, you can tell the instant you look at them. He gets so pale. But beyond that, my husband's kids are back at their mother's house. They were able to get up the mountain finally. It's been warmer here. We finally seem to have most of the snow melted, although this morning we had a freezing fog advisory. How often do you see that? I thought that was funny. That has a tab. Somebody has a tab. Yep, it's this one. I am using one of my little trash minders from Add More Zest that I got in my advent calendar, because they're just stinking adorable. But other boy, my older boy, we just affectionately call him Boy, was home this past weekend. He wanted to see his girlfriend for Valentine's Day. So we got him home. He managed to spend some time with her. He hasn't seen her in a little while, so. And then I had to so his dad picked him up and I brought him back. And of course, the day I brought him back, it was rainy and foggy and just generally yucky out. And I can't stand driving in the rain. But it is what it is. Either way, I got to spend some time with my boy. He'll be home again in a couple weeks for spring break, but it's nice to see him when I can. He is learning the fun side of adulting. He's got some classes this semester that he's not interested in. They're kind of boring to him. It's those necessary classes they make you take. And he is learning that it doesn't matter if you're interested in it, you still got to do the work. Amazing, isn't it? Funny how that works. I'm like, yep, welcome to the real world, kid. It's not high school anymore. They're not here to entertain you. So he's like, well, I don't know how do I pay attention when I don't care? I'm like, you learn, you figure it out. He goes, well, how can I figure it out? I'm like, the way the rest of us did. We just do it. I said, do you think everything I do in my life, I am like supremely interested in? I don't wake up every morning for work jumping for joy about the fact that I have to go. I just do it. You just do it. So yeah. And I like it when they realize finally that, oh, it's not all fun and games. I've run into that many times in my career as a teacher when the kids come back to visit you and they're like, you know, you were right. Yep. I don't know what I was right about, but I imagine I was about something. Because I was once your age. Ah, I keep getting wax. I'm using different wax or putty today. And it's sticking to my canvas. Ah. I might be changing this out sooner rather than later. I was having good luck with the Black Dahlia to putty. Yeah, these are fun little canvases, I swear. I did almost half of it yesterday. And I am not one that sits in diamond paints for, half my day. Wish I could be, but I am not. But I did manage to sit down a couple times for like an hour or so at a time, and I got, like I said, did you see what I just did there? I placed one from my multi-placer. I figured if I didn't say anything and didn't jinx it that I might be able to do it. And it worked. Anyway, no, I was able to sit down a couple times yesterday. We had the day off work yesterday. It was President's Day. So I had some playtime. Like I said, sat down a couple times, diamond painted a little bit, played with my coloring for a little bit. If you've watched my last video, I pivoted because of the printer debacle and tried out my new coloring book and my new markers. So that was all very fun and exciting. Still playing with those periodically. I'll keep you updated on that. Eek. All right, there. Nope. These are, like I said, these are cute little canvases. The amount of color blocking for the background makes it go quick. There's specials to keep my interest. I mean, like, look, ABs galore. The script is going to be pixie dust. The background is all pixie dust. So, yeah. This one's been fun. This one has been fun. Anyway. Work has been interesting. I started my boot camp. I almost said my diamond painting boot camp. Don't I wish? My data boot camp. Looked at our first project due and already am feeling very intimidated. but I will figure it out, right? Right. This isn't even the capstone project. It is just, you know, assignment number 1, and I'm already looking at it going, yeah, what did I get myself into? But I gotta stick with it, because if I want to move departments at said job, I need to, like I said, improve, enhance my skill set. I can't, right now I'm pigeonholed into being a teacher because that's what I was for 15 plus years. So if I want to kind of get out of that, I'm going to need to get uncomfortable and do other things. So there's that. It's been fun. I wouldn't say fun, but doing the classes is interesting. It is nice to learn something new. It really is. I haven't, learned, done like class work for something in a while. It's been a while. So like I said, it's been nice doing this, It's just, I think I'm psyching myself out is what it is probably. Because I'm telling myself, well, Jen, you're almost 50. You can't learn this. You can't, learn new things and exhibit new skills. It's like, yes, I can. I can too. I used to get mad at my dad for doing the same thing to himself. So why am I doing it? My whole life growing up, my dad was like, well, I'm too old to change jobs. They don't hire old, people that are my age, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, you won't know until you try. And I used to get so mad at him for doubting himself like that. And then here I am doing the same thing. Kind of silly, isn't it? My little box of chocolates, I'm assuming that's what that's supposed to be. I did finish my Whip Go goal of 3 minis. So very exciting. I still need to finish a row on Tink. She's about halfway there. I just need to get her the rest of the way. Once I get this finished, I'll probably finish her up. I just wanted to get this done while it was still, in fact, February. Because as you all know, time flies when you're having fun. It seems like it's just flying more and more these days, doesn't it? I'm just looking at my symbols to see if I'm still using any of these colors coming up. So what has everyone been working on this week? I have not been getting as much done beyond my diamond painting as I would like to. I still have some cross stitch to work on. Hello. And my crochet. I've been kind of caught up with diamond painting right now though. Maybe my ADHD is finally calming down. Ha ha ha, probably not. Ooh, we're on ABs, y'all. Only problem is that it sticks to my putty something awful. I wonder if my black dahlia putty, let me try a different pen here. I want to see how that sticks to ABs, if at all. Oh, it sticks bad. Okay, never mind. This is at least dirtier putty. I might be able to get away with it if I'm careful. Sort. Nah, not really. Oh, so frustrating. They're so pretty, but at the same time, they torture me. Oh, you're going to be like that, aren't you? Light hand, a light hand. Almost. We can do it, see? Light hand. Didn't do it that time. Gosh darn it. Oh, jeez. Jeez, oh man, folks. I'm sure y'all didn't sign up for this. To hop on here and watch me struggle with ABs, right? Single placing it is. Dirty up the glue dot, single place. There we go. But they're oh so pretty. So I guess I'll do it. Twist my arm. Ah, come on. There we go. So, y'all, I've been having shoulder pain lately. So a couple of years ago, gosh, more than a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago now, I had shoulder surgery on my dominant arm. I'm left-handed, so on my left shoulder. I had a torn rotator cuff, I had impingement, bicep tendinosis, so they had to go in there and do like 4 or 5 things. And that was not a fun surgery to recover from. I was literally still feeling pain, discomfort, just not normal for like a year afterwards. And I've always said, I'm never doing this again. I don't care. Well, for some reason, my other shoulder has been acting up. I don't know why. I don't know what I did, if I did anything. But it's been acting up. Like I can't reach behind myself anymore. Like I just picked up a drill and sent it flying apparently. Like the other day I reached into my back seat and it was like, oh, that's not comfortable. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. And I'm really afraid that I am going to need some kind of intervention again. I don't want to do that again. I've had surgeries in the past. Like I had my knee operated on a couple years before that. That was fine. No problem. I had no problem recovering from that. The shoulder surgery though was no bueno. That was just not fun. So I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. Can anyone talk me down? I know I should probably get it looked at. Get myself some physical therapy. Even a cortisone shot. I'll take that at this point. I really don't care. I just don't want surgery again. Ugh, I was in a sling afterwards for like a month, 6 weeks. I had to sleep in it too. That was fun. Couldn't sleep in my own bed for a little while because I couldn't lay flat. It was just... My husband had to help me wash my hair, you know, all that fun stuff. And I love these ABs, but they are going to really irritate me. And they're probably not being placed very straight because I can't get down onto the canvas like I normally do. You should see me when I'm not filming. I'm like on my canvas. But I keep it, I kind of behave for y'all. And I don't do that. Nobody wants to see my head, right? So yeah. Hubby had his interview last week. He is feeling good about it, which I'm very happy for him. And then there's that part of me that gets worried that he's not going to get this job after he came home feeling so confident about how this interview went. I mean, he's been passed over for a couple other promotions, you know. You often wonder, do they already know who they're going to promote? Especially where he works. Wouldn't surprise me. It's all about who you know sometimes, right? I obviously don't know the right people because I put in applications all the time and I never get interviews. 9 times out of 10, I move into the second step, but then that's it. Like they'll take my application and look at it for further consideration, but I still never get the interview. But I am classically terrible at interviewing. I get myself so worked up. I never used to be that bad. And it's funny, this for like my current job, I thought for sure the interview I had for this particular job all those years ago, that I thought I did terrible. I came home just feeling like, oh, I blew it. I'm not going to get it. And I was so upset because I was really at my wit's end with teaching at the time. And it was like, this is the only thing I've had come up. If I don't get this job, I'm stuck, you know? And when they called me either the next day or the day after to offer me the position, I was like, seriously? Because I, as a trainer, one of the things you had to do was what we call a teach back. So you had to take a topic and train it during the interview. Anything you wanted. So I chose to teach them how to make soap. Well, I had technical difficulties. My PowerPoint wouldn't work. It wouldn't connect to the room. It was a virtual interview because it was still kind of COVID times. And they were remote at the company still. So yeah, it was a virtual interview. And then, I know, not the smartest thing in the world, but I couldn't get home in time to have the interview. So I locked my classroom door and had the interview at school. It was after school, and during the interview, somebody came pounding on my door, and this was like half an hour, 45 minutes after school ended that day, so I don't even know who it was. Pounding on my door, probably just someone being a pain, but it was like enough that, you know, it disrupted you. And so I got distracted, and then, like I said, I was having the technical difficulties with my PowerPoint, and I'm like, oh my God, I just completely blew it. I just blew it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And I was so bummed, but I got the job. So, hey. All right, these are fairy dust or pixie dust. Aren't they gorgeous? Back to multi-placing. It's very exciting. Let's see how fast this goes. I'm almost done with the section, y'all. I mean, I know I did the background, but yeah, these are not bad at all. Diamond Design Co. has another monthly series. It's the cupcake. It's like birthday cupcakes or something like that. I don't know the exact name, but there's like a cupcake for every month, and that's on my list because they look cute. Could be the next monthly series. Just saying. Because I think it's been established that I am a sucker for monthly series. Oh, look how adorable that is. I can feel drills. Poking up. Misbehaving. All right. Sorry, the phone stopped filming. My phone thinks the storage is full. I don't know how to fix that, you guys, because I keep deleting things. I have a lot of storage on this phone. It's not a tiny little phone. Is there something I can do to fix iPhone storage? If so, please tell me in the comments below. I'm trying to save things to a external drive, but it seems like I can't do it fast enough. Anyway, what I'm doing this week, working on this, finishing this up, working on Tink. Just real quick, coming back to say my camera or my phone is out of memory. I have to look at that, but just wanted to say bye to everyone. Here is the finished section. It's beautiful. ABs, pixie dust, just gorgeous.